Sometimes you gotta swing on them. There's a thin line between let me react in a different way or not at all, or let me just swing on them. Welcome to Kalanda Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Anel, and here we talk about all things self-improvement, healing, evolving, growing, inner child, spirituality, God, everything in full transparency. And today is episode 3. I think I'm going to celebrate every episode because why not? I was celebrating when there was half of an episode, which was the idea. Thank you. Episode 3 is all about the healing journey. And let's just say that I'm going to tell you the real tea on healing. Okay? I'm going to tell you the real tea because there's thousands upon thousands of videos telling you things that are telling you things that are not necessarily realistic for you. I am going to give you personalized advice. It's not even advice. I'm going to tell you personally what the healing journey is. For starters, let's just say that the healing journey is not anything external. What does that even mean? It is not about getting your nails done, your hair done, what you buy yourself, how much money you make, what are you doing in life. All the things, it's literally not it. Healing is literally gathering yourself and finding the root of why you act the way that you act and think, and unlearning the unhealthy patterns, reacting in a healthy way. And I think that the internet does a really good job with romanticizing the healing journey, because I'm here to tell you that it's hard. And it's always going to be hard. It is. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. It's going to be very hard. And the more resistance that you build towards it, it's going to be even harder. And then, guess what? What you saw and heard other people talking about is not what it actually is. And here's the thing. All these people are saying a bunch of the same thing. They just tweak it and tell you 2 or 3 things that are different. But they're telling you what the experience was, what worked for them. What worked for them is not going to work for you. What worked for me is not going to work for you. You need to personalize what it means to heal. I'm not here to lie to you. I'm going to tell you right now, stop looking at other people because everybody just posts the glamorous side of it. And the glamorous side, it really don't got a glamorous side. That's the funny part. It don't feel good. It's very uncomfortable because our bodies physically and mentally always want to go back to its comfortable state. If you are doing exercise, you are not going to hold a plank for a long time because your arms are going to be shaking and then your legs are shaking. Your muscles in your core are really tight. You're sweating. You have to stay still. You can't arch your back. All of these things are uncomfortable. But the longer that you stay there, the stronger your core becomes. And then the longer that you hold the plank every single day, the stronger you get. It's the same thing with healing. Same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, so that is what it is not. It is not something that is not linear, and it's supposed to be a mess. Are you going to clean up a clean house already? No. You're cleaning up because it's dirty. And for those of you that just push everything in the closet under the bed, that is not cleaning up. That is not cleaning up. Get the Swifter, get the mop, get the broom, get the Clorox wipes, get some gloves, and undust. All of the things, the fan, the windows. When was the last time you cleaned your bed frame? I am in your business, but it's serious. Like, it's true. Like, it's very, very true. It's very I'm trying to be relatable. I'm trying to give you different analogies so that you can understand that it's not going to be an easy road. Also, do not put a time frame on how long it's going to take you to heal. Everything that I'm telling you is because I tried it in every type of way, okay? And it did not work. Learn this quicker than me, please. I'm telling you this because I care. I care. Genuinely, I care. Don't say, oh, in a year, in 2 years. Don't say that, because you may feel the same way. You may only feel 20% better. I am telling you exactly what my experience was. And it may not be for you. Maybe in a year it can work out for you. But when you put so much pressure on how long this is going to take, healing is a lifelong process. And once you feel like you unlocked one level, another level unlocks. And it's just an ongoing process of learning, unlearning, accepting, wash, rinse, and repeat. Okay? Please, please understand. We are all on different time frames. We are all on our own timeline. Do not rush and just let it happen. On to the next thing. You cannot heal where you were broken. Again, I'm telling you because I tried it. It doesn't work. It doesn't. I don't care what anybody says. It does not work. That's like having a mirror in your house. It breaks and you try to glue the piece back together, or you put something on top of it to hide it. It's not original. It's not. Now, if the mirror gets dirty, you just clean it. See what I did there? It's different from something being dirty than something being broken. Something that is broken, it's really hard to repair from it to be original, and it's not going to go back to the original. Rather than when you clean something, it's not going to be brand new, but it has a solid foundation. It doesn't have any missing pieces. Welcome. Give you another analogy. For example, if you have been in a relationship that is very toxic and they were cheating and lying and manipulating, all these other things, if you're not willing to get past that, you're going to bring it up in every argument and all these things, leave. And I know it's easier said than done because I've been in that predicament. I've been in the just leave mentality. Like, I was even telling myself, like, just leave, girl. Just leave. And I think my camera is backwards, but it's okay. We're going to keep moving forward. It's easier said than done, but all you're doing is making yourself be worse. And in turn, all you're going to do is start resenting yourself and that person. Why? Because all you're going to see now is everything that they did and everything that they don't do, and everything is going to be so clear to you. Me personally, I cut people off. I do. Cutoff game is super duper strong. Super glue strong. Gorilla glue strong. I'm out. And it may seem to the other person as if I didn't give a chance, but I was giving you chances. You just blew it. I don't need to tell you why I cut you off. When I already told you, when I established my boundaries, remember? Yeah, last episode we talked about boundaries. Especially when I express to you the things that are not okay and you continue to do it. And then, I take accountability. The fact that you kept doing it is because I allowed you to. Okay? Back to what I was saying. If you're going to be bringing it up, if you are going to be altering how you act with this person, all because you feel like they need to prove something to you, or you can't let it go, but you're not trying to fix it either, just leave. Like, you're doing yourself a disservice. I'm a black and white person. It's either I care or I absolutely do not. A lot of times, I absolutely do not. Why? Because as a woman, most women, right? We leave mentally before our physical bodies. So by the time we actually leave you physically, it's because mentally we've been gone for months. It just took our flesh to leave with us. And then there's no going back. And then you're going to be Sick. You're gonna be tight. You're gonna be tight. You gonna be tight. For those of y'all that don't know what that means, is like, it's very New York Bronx ish. Like, you're tight. Like, you're tight. You're upset. You know, because when you're upset, you're uptight. Yeah, that. Anyways, and you really gonna sit there and think about, damn, well, what was it? Nah, you knew, bro. And it's different if two people are willing to work through that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's really rare. Why? Because at that point, so much has happened and so much damage has been done that it's hard to recover from things. Like, mentally, your brain, it changes your brain chemistry. I don't know the science behind it, but I do know that it changes the way that you think. It does. A lot of people aren't willing to get over it. And I don't say get over it lightly. I'm just saying, let's just say move past it. Because that sounds more appropriate. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If you're not willing to work through it and y'all both not adjusting to what's going to work in that relationship, it's not going to work. It's not. And if you're pretending like you're getting over it or whatever, that's also not going to work. Because eventually people go back to what they originally are. I feel as if once you allow people to disrespect you and do particular things, you're giving them the opportunity to do it again. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice. Fool me 3 times, 4 or 5, 78 times. That's on me. And a lot of people don't know how to take accountability for that. You cannot heal where you were once broken or are breaking apart currently. So, yeah. What they don't tell you about healing is that it's very weird. It's a weird state to be in because you are in this new journey, in this new era that not everybody is on. It's very isolating, it can get lonely. It's a different time because you're outgrowing people, places, and things. And you need to isolate, honestly. I'm sorry, you can heal. A part of healing is, yes, spending time with people that you love and care for, whatever. But you need to be by yourself. Like, I strongly believe that you need to be by yourself because that way you don't have anybody's energy or thoughts. A lot of people don't like to be in silence because it forces them to be within their thoughts. Hello? A lot of people need music. They need people around. And it's just like, honestly, codependency gets on my damn nerves, but we're not going to talk about that today. We're not. We're not. And this is how you know you are really like doing this for real, because you're gonna get used to being by yourself and being isolated, that when you are around people you're gonna be noticing certain things, like, why do you act like that and why do you say that, and whatever the case may be. Me personally, I think that you should go sober. You should stop drinking, you should stop smoking, you should stop having intercourse with people. You need to be in your own energy. And I am a byproduct of this. It works. It works. Because there's nobody else's energy but yours. There's nothing else controlling your emotions, your awareness, your level of awareness. And you need to have a level of awareness in order to get to the root of things. Because when you're drinking, you're yourself, but times 1,000. When you're smoking, you're doing these things. First of all, there's nothing in the green stuff that makes it addicting, unless you put other stuff in it. But the content of it in itself, there's nothing in it that's addicting. You are addicted to being high. And I may get chewed up for this. Listen, previously I was doing that. And I realized that it was not, I was like not addicted to it. I never got attached to it. But I realized that people get addicted to the feeling of being high. There's nothing in there that makes it addicting unless you put the other stuff. You feel what I mean? But you just like to be high. Let's just face the facts. And everybody that I've spoken to that is a smoker has nothing to say to me because it's true. Please, prove it to me. Prove it to me. Prove to me that there's something in there that makes it addicting. Unless you put other stuff in it. No, there isn't. But yeah, you need to be completely sober. And it's hard at first. It's hard because you're used to what you're used to. You're in your habits. You're in these things that distract you. It's a distraction. It's literally a distraction. Another thing is that you're going to grieve your old self. Back to what I was saying, to when your body just wants to go back to its normal state, comfortable state, it's the same thing. You're going to want to say, "Oh my god, there's parts of me that I miss, or I want to get back to myself." I never really understood when people say that. I want to get back to myself. Like, you do know that there's like rebirth and ego death and all this other stuff. Like, there's a reason why you're changing, because it's another version of you that has other things and is doing other things. The version of you right now is not equipped to having those things and being in a particular predicament, making decisions. So getting back to your old self, it kind of doesn't make sense because you have to change. And I'm using the word change loosely, but yeah, you will grieve yourself, and you will need to learn how to unlearn certain patterns and behaviors in order for you to move forward. And you have to learn yourself all over again. And it can be fun because you start to have these discoveries like, I didn't even know I like to color. Y'all, I got a coloring book at my big age. I love to color. I like to read. I love to journal. These are all the things I discovered being by myself. Had I been in somebody's face, I would not have these discoveries because I would be too consumed in other things. You know what I mean? Alright, so the boundaries baddies tip for this episode is, you ready? You ready? Because I kind of said this already, but I'm going to say it in a full sentence. When things feel like they're not working, that's when they actually are. It actually is working. You're not going to feel it immediately. You know when you're going to feel it? When you are reacting in a positive way. And I'm not sitting here like, be a positive Lily, because sometimes you got to swing on them. Some days I do got time. Healing is a thin line between let me react in a different way or not at all, or let me just swing on them. And if it means physically, I'm not saying to do that. I do not promote violence. Not literally, but sometimes you do gotta swing on them. Cause stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. When things feel like they're not working, that's when they actually are working. Just trust and know that. And you're not gonna see it in those moments, but then you're gonna realize like, wow, I would have reacted in a different way before. I would have went crazy over that, or that doesn't really bother me anymore. So I'm over it. Like things like that. But it's gonna take time, and in your own time. So just understand that. All right, that is it for today's episode. I hope you took something new that I said, laughed a little bit, thought about something. You know what I mean? Like I really hope that, you learn. You're learning from me as I am learning from you, and just drop it down in the comments what the healing journey means to you, because it's very interesting how people think it's different things, and I'm kind of invested to see what you're thinking. So make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a new video, and make sure you're doing it for yourself every single day. Bye.